Hello and welcome to the OverShadow ShadowCast with your host Thomas Anderson. There we go, Moit.
Welcome back, everybody.
Woo!
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
I'm cheering like a crowd.
I thought you were howling.
Rubber, 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 rubber.
So this week we're going to do a little bit something a bit different.
We're going to do something a little bit, something different a little bit.
Yeah.
Pardon me. Yes, so it's, as I described it yesterday to Brian, Season 2, Episode 1. It's the first recording of our second year.
That time just flew by. It actually did. It did.
Okay.
No, it has. For me, it has. Well, the year's gone by quickly.
Yeah.
I think I've probably lost the collective time of maybe about a month editing our shows.
Doesn't take me that long.
Yeah, but I'm very picky.
Yeah, but that's why I always make sure when I'm editing I'm doing something else at the same time, because if I'm not, then I'm going to over-edit it.
There's no such thing as over-editing.
There's a point at which you're getting so little return for your editing that there's no point in doing it.
Much like our friendship.
Mm-hmm.
I give and I don't get anything back.
You may have this orange, you may now go.
That's a tempting offer. I do like an orange.
At least you'd be getting something. It would be a trade, at least. You may edit my podcast, and in return, you'll get a shiny orange.
Get a shiny nickel. That's what they...
Look, it's a real orange. Bite, squirt everywhere. See? 100% pure orange.
Okay, can we put the orange away?
Okay.
And carry on with this?
Whatever this is.
Who knows? I don't know anymore. I thought this was going to be a Let's Play, that it turned out to be a journalistic thing.
Yeah. So, because we're still trying to arrange that, you need to get a microphone.
Okay, I'll just go to my money tree then. Pick some leaves off of it and go do that.
Well, we need to look at microphones then.
No, hopefully we're going to get some Let's Plays soon.
No, we thought instead of just doing another episode of the news and stuff, there was nothing that pressing, really.
No.
So it might be one thing that we bring up, but we decided just to push the news to next week.
Yeah, just chat.
And what we do instead is have a conversation about, well, you sort of see as we go along, but it's sort of about what we've enjoyed doing, but also what we want to do.
Yeah. Should we talk about what we've been playing? Or are we not going to do that?
Yeah, go ahead.
I've been playing more Battlefield 1. It is enjoyable. I highly recommend it. I think you'd like it.
Yeah, Battlefield 1 did very well, actually, if memory
Yeah.
serves.
But I'll tell you what's really annoying is that you have the ability to use binoculars in this to sort of scope out the area.
Mm-hmm.
They don't work for me.
Why?
I don't know. And I've looked at the game controls and it says it doesn't actually have on there binoculars. You know, like it has like the little...
So when do
line
the binoculars come up?
Well, you keep getting told, use this button to lure people, use this button to use the binoculars. You should use the binoculars in this situation. It's let me use them once, and that's only because the story could not progress without me using them. So I looked up online, apparently loads of other people have had this problem.
Are you sure the binoculars are not just context sensitive? You can only use them in certain situations?
No, because while I'm playing the game, it keeps saying, bring up your binoculars, and it won't.
Ah.
Like it says, it constantly brings up the hint that this is the best place, if you find weapons here, they're going to be the most powerful weapons in the game. It's like, I know that. You've told me this every single time I've ever come into this area. Stop telling me it.
Mm.
I know this button lures. It would be nice to have been told that at the very beginning of the game, but I had to suss out which button did that, and actually kept blowing things up because I kept launching grenades instead of lures. But it's really good because in the first campaign, like I said, you're playing as an Englishman. In the second one, you're playing as an American. In the third one, you're playing as an Italian. And in the fourth one, you're playing as an Australian.
Huh.
Which is a lot of fun. I like his humour. Everybody's got good humour, I find. If the situation calls for it. I've been playing them all on normal now as well.
Okay, you need to up that.
Yeah, but at the moment, it's very difficult for me. So I'm not going to... No, here's my point.
Mm-hmm.
There's no point in playing a game if it's so impossible you can't do it. You need enough of a challenge that's going to be fun, but not so much of a challenge that you're going to walk away from it and not play it again.
Okay, if you insist.
Yes, Mr. Flick Hair.
Meh. Live my air out of this. No!
Touch your flick.
No, touch.
Touch the flick.
Yeah,
Touch
sure,
the
because that's not going to be misheard, is it?
Touch the flick.
That's not going to be misheard.
Touch the flick.
Stop it.
You got a nice flick in your hair. It's quite funny.
Yeah, like a cowlick. It's
I've
enormous
got
though.
cowlicks.
It's like 4 foot long or something.
It's not. Don't. It's about 2 inches long.
Yeah, but it doubled. It 180s back on itself. It's incredible.
Yep. So I've really enjoyed. I've really enjoyed the game. It looks really good. No, it really is, and I honestly think you would really like it.
Okay.
Have you played it before?
No, but it is there, so I will give it a go.
Yeah, I would highly recommend it because it looks really good, and the story. I really like the end of the second campaign. I really like that.
Okay.
And the third campaign, yeah, sad. They're all sad basically because it's set in World War One.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not going to be exactly a joyous, happy time.
Nope.
But there's some very, very frustrating bits, but eventually you get past it.
Okay.
And I also finished Portal 2. Portal's still alive. I think I've talked about it, but...
Portal 1.
Portal 1, yeah. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I think I have talked about it because I've talked about it with you because you wouldn't let me talk about how it ended.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you've not played it yet.
I've not played that Still Alive version, no. I want to see what it's like. I've not had a chance to play it because I've been busy.
Mm-hmm.
Lying down doesn't do itself, you know. So anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, quick note. I found my Game Boy Color the other day I was cleaning.
Racist.
It was a purple one.
Okay.
I literally got it for the sole reason it was purple and you could see through it. I loved that. But also, it still had a game in it, and it was Jungle Book. And then I switched on and I was like, oh, Ubisoft! That was pretty cool. Yeah, I found it and I've been enjoying it. I recently also purchased a PSP without a battery in it. So I have to have it plugged in if I want to play it.
So it's not a PlayStation Portable then, is it?
No.
It's a PlayStation...
Small.
It's PlayStation... how long's the cable?
Quite long, actually.
How long?
And I've got another charger somewhere, which I think is longer than that.
Ah. It's a PlayStation bedroom then.
Yeah. Because I got this multiple charger thing when I had my XP. And the only game I still have managed to find for that XP is Game Boy Advance XP.
SP.
XP.
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 Okay.
The one that folded up.
I think that was an SP.
No, oh God, here we go. I'm going to have to look it up. Yes, it's an SP. I apologise. But people are selling it for like £1,500.
Yep. I want to know, does it have to be in working condition? Because if it doesn't...
I've got one in working. My one's in working condition.
I have been playing some stuff. Do you mind? Is it my turn now?
Yeah, the only game I could find for it was Series of Fortune Events. It's not very fun.
Okay. What's called Unfortunate Events. Not fun events.
Yeah, I've read the books and watched the movie and seen the television series, the Netflix series.
Yeah, so why would you expect the game to be fun if it's called Unfortunate?
Because it should still be fun.
That's like finding a tennis minigame in Halo. Combat evolved to the point where we settle our differences with debate and tennis.
Right.
Imagine, well, a hunter could probably do that with its shield. Just bash the ball back.
Yeah.
Fire the big green
What have
wall
you
back,
been
yeah.
playing?
I've been playing a couple of things with Brian online.
All right. Yeah. What have you been playing?
Well, I think last week I mentioned that we played XCOM. We had a go at that, and we played some Halo, and we tried to play Halo 5, but it wouldn't work. Because some internet service providers, you have to go online and register Halo Waypoint as being an acceptable email website that you can contact.
Right.
And because he doesn't control the internet where he lives, he had to wait for his girlfriend to come home and do it for him. Oh, so wee shame. Bless him. So we couldn't play Halo 5.
Do you not know where the router was?
No, he has to go online, log in as her, and then...
Oh, right. I thought you meant he couldn't find the router box. I'm like, how do you not know where that is?
No, he had to... you have to...
That's not pathetic.
No, you have to grant permission to use that website basically. Otherwise, it auto blocks it.
Well, if only one person can have access to it, then fair enough. The way you made it sounded like the way you made it sound like he couldn't find the router box.
He's just wandering around and he can't find the. Follow the cables. But
Oh.
But
say sorry to your brother for making him sound.
Well, no, because he could have the access.
Say sorry.
No, he could have access to that account, so he can add it as an acceptable.
Apologise to your brother.
No, because he could do that. He could do that. He could have access. So no. So we had to wait for the bill payer's permission.
Okay. Well, if there's only one bill paper. Bill paper?
Bill paper. Hello, my name's Bill Paper.
Bill payer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, then fair enough, you had to wait.
Well, no, because as I'm saying, it's something that we, it's like we all knew the password to the internet. We all still do. So if any of us had to do that, we can log in and do that. So what I'm saying is technically he could have the password, because I don't think you can change account details from there.
You have to, the bill payer's permission is the only the person that the account is signed up to is the only person that can change any details.
Right, so all he could do is go in and add it to the acceptable.
No, it can only be under one person's name, I believe.
Right, but what I'm trying to tell you is that she can. I just explained it. She can give him the login details and he can add it himself.
All right, okay. I remember when I had to phone up about our broadband.
Mm-hmm.
But because the person at the account's name could not remember the password, I had to wait till they could come back. And it's like, change the password. Change the password.
Yeah.
We wasted half an hour on hold.
So we had to wait until he had the bill payer's permission, and he probably had to get a pat on the head. And once it was done, so we were able to play a couple of days ago.
Stop making him sound so
Yeah,
so patronising.
So we had to wait until he had permission, and he'd been good, and so we played a couple of games of Halo 5. So we played two Mythic Warzones or one Mythic Warzone, and we played Warzone Turbo.
Yeah.
So one is a firefight against the AI, and one has firefight elements against the AI, base capturing elements, and it's against another team of Spartans.
Right.
So you're fighting actual people, and it was just a shame because he'd never played it before, so he didn't know what to expect. He hadn't fought against any actual people. He'd never played the game before,
Yeah.
So with a lot of the advanced mechanics like clambering and boosting and stuff, so he got a fair number of kills. And considering that this is turbo, so you use your own wrecks, so they can wreck in with like advanced sniper rifles, invisibility, swords, gravity hammers, rocket launchers, banshees, tanks, and he's got an assault rifle and a pistol. He's done pretty well to get the kill number he got, to be honest.
Is this the game you're wanting me to play with you?
5 eventually, yeah.
Cool. But I have to finish the first 4 though, don't I? Because otherwise the story will be ruined.
6.
What?
There's Reach and ODST as well.
Okay.
I know you probably want to play Halo Wars 1 and 2, so I think that might be 7 or 8.
I need to stop playing games until like midnight, because I'm getting very sleepy.
Yeah. Well. Anyway. Where was I? So he only came in with a pistol.
Yeah.
And they all have the wreck, because they've been playing for months and years and weeks and seconds, and years. So they have loads and loads of wrecks. So at one point it was so sweet. He said, "Where's everyone getting the rocket launchers from?" I said, "Oh, they're wrecking them in themselves." And he was like, "Oh."
What's wrecking? Just explain that.
Requisitioning.
So how?
You run up to a requisition point and you basically pull one out of your personal store.
Okay.
Collection, and then use it. So you need to have it, and you get them by playing the game and getting packs, but you do not have to buy with real money. And he did that, and so they would do that, but he couldn't because he just started playing, so he didn't have a backlog to pull. So they're all peering out, and like snipers, and it was just really, it was sort of heartbreaking because he obviously wanted to use the cool weapons, but he couldn't.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Where's everyone getting the rocket launchers from?" Oh, he can't get one. Oh, but I'm hoping that every now and again he'll play a game, and eventually he'll have something there.
Yeah.
And I can just, because I'm focusing on getting levels, not wrecks now. So I can use my rec points to buy him packs, I think. But I'm not sure about that. You used to be able to do it. You could use your rec points to buy packs for other people.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure if you can do it anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
I hope you can.
What else have you been playing? Is that it?
We also had a game of GTA 5 for a few hours. Now, this became a bit of a disaster because I've spoken many, many, many times on the stealth heist mission that me and Brian are properly stuck on because we've been on it for like 2 years now.
Yeah, because you've had people on it that have not played it properly and
The
you look so angry.
best example was the last time we tried it, one guy clearly stopped playing at the end. So the last 3 attempts were useless because he was just standing out in the open.
Yeah.
Which doesn't work with stealth. But there was one problem where I kept getting blamed for setting the alarms off even though I wasn't doing it.
Yeah.
The game sometimes misattributes blame. If it doesn't know who to blame, it'll sometimes just give it to...
It's like, somebody did something. Oh, you.
Yeah, it sometimes just gives it to me,
You did
basically.
it. You.
Yes. So what happened was, because I'm the one who drives the car into a hidden place, somebody took that job off me. But they clearly had never played this mission before.
Yeah.
So when they got down to the turnstile, they couldn't get the turnstile door to open because you have to smash through it. But
Right.
that seemed to be what was setting off the alarms.
Yeah.
So they just stopped in front of it and waited for it to come up. But because they waited so long, there's an enemy patrol car that comes up to the exit and drives out this base and up the road. That's why you can't just stay standing there. It's why you have to move the car.
Yeah.
He just for some reason hadn't noticed that the first 4 or 5 times we'd done it. So he just parks waiting for the turnstile. He then notices there's a car coming and just sort of like sits there. Because you can see he reverses a bit and then sort of like puts himself up against a wall but then just sits there. And it turns around.
Yeah.
And looks right at him and he's just sitting there like, what am I doing? Yeah, great, nice one. But he did that so many times. I had to stop doing what else I was doing to get in the car first because if I let him do it, I think after the first time of me getting the car through without the alarm going off, he sort of realised that I knew what I was doing and it had been someone else who'd been setting off the alarm and it just had blamed me by mistake.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it blames the heist crew and sometimes it blames a specific person.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a terrible mechanic because it's so fiddly, the stealth in that. Like, it's so unnecessary. Like, the scientists should have to alert someone, right?
Yeah.
They should have to either press a button to set off an alarm or they should have to shout somebody who has a walkie-talkie who can do it across that, right? They don't have them. But all it takes is a scientist to see you and the alarm magically goes off. I just think there needs to be more leeway. There needs to be more... They have to be able to turn around and say, oh, there's the biker, blah, and then they're dead. And it's so deliberately fiddly. It's like they wanted you to find it difficult for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have a team on a party chat or TeamSpeak or something like that, there is no way you're getting through that because one of them will do something stupid.
Yeah.
It has to be coordinated. You can't coordinate without...
Yeah, no, because I think you said to me that I'd be good at this because I'd do what I was told.
Yeah, that's basically it. We don't need 2 great players. We just need 2 morons who do what they're told. I'm not saying you're a moron. I'm saying that even if you were a moron, we could use you. Hey, listen to what I'm saying. Excuse me. You're not far enough away to not hear me. And you're connected to the microphone. Even if you were an absolute moron, right? If you did what we told you, we'd get through. So it's just about having 2 people on party chat who will listen to what you're saying. Because it's always... Do you remember I told you the solution? They give you suppressed sniper rifles so that you can...
Yeah.
But me and Brian just bought suppressors for our assault rifles.
Yeah.
And they work way better. Way easier to time 2 takeouts if you can see each other, because you're both in the same piece of cover. So if one person pops up, you know that you definitely have to. It's just so much. You definitely have to get up and take your shot.
Yeah.
Whereas if you try to coordinate snipers, you can't see anything because of the scope.
Is that all you wanted to say on that?
No, because there's twice maybe in like 57,000 attempts where we've nearly got there, and it's when we used that method. We went cover to cover together, and we timed our shots. But somebody else got seen when we did it because they were faffing around, and it's that desperation to join in, you know.
Yeah.
No, what's of primary importance is actually getting the job done, not looking like you were integral to it. It's really annoying.
I know. Yeah, that sounds unbelievably annoying.
It is. And it was so funny is that 2 missions before that we had been trying for months to get past this flying mission. And we thought, oh, if we can just get past this, we'll be golden. And then it hit us with this. I mean, this mission you just can't get done without a team of 4 that you know. You just can't do it. It's not possible. We've both become rather contemplative.
Yeah, kind of just like start thinking of stuff. Sorry, towards the end there.
The other thing we tried was that there's this sort of like kind of loose storyline which explains the backdrop to the main story.
Yeah.
In the online play, and so the single player story, there's a loose online story collection of missions which kind of forms a story which explains the background to the single player, because the online is set a few months before the single player.
Mm-hmm.
And we're on one of those missions where what happens is you steal a couple of cars, right?
Yeah.
And then the area you drop them off gets attacked, and you just have to fight from all sides.
Right.
And me and Brian, we weren't very good at it when we first tried, because we were like level 27 or 30 or something stupid like that, so our shooting skill was low, we didn't have good weapons, it took you about a month and a half to kill anyone. Like, you had to put a full magazine in someone to kill them when your shooting skill's low.
Yeah.
But what we did to fix that was we waited until we were much higher level so we could buy all the cool weapons. So he has a really good special carbine, and I have a amazing combat MG.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got 200 rounds that I can just fire around before I have to reload.
Yeah.
And we were doing really well. We got further than we've ever been before it during one of these attempts. So they're coming from all that. So you start in one direction, then they appear in the second direction, then you're back to the first one, then the second, and then they suddenly appear in the third, and then they're back to the first. And you try to shoot from all directions. So me and Brian are covering each other. We're shouting. I'm reloading. Like, oh, cover us from behind. I've got that. Blah, 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 blah. You know, I'll take the roofs. See that guy up there? Can you get him? And I'll take the 3 on the ground. You know, all that sort of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Until there was one woman, and I assume it was a woman because it was a female character, just would never take cover. So instead of going up behind a bin and shooting, she was just standing in the middle of the battlefield.
That's
just
probably
going
what I'd do.
bloop.
Well, maybe they were new to the game.
Not that new, because they were like level. Well, one, this is the 8th mission, so they're not that new. Secondly, they were level. The 2 people we were with were level like 40 and 30 or something like that.
Right.
So they had more experience by that point than me and Brian had when we tried before. The other thing was that new to the game, that must mean that you must not have played the single player, because it's a cover shooter, really.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be in the open. That's not the way this one works.
No.
And the fourth one, GTA 4, wasn't like that. It was a cover shooter as well. So I don't know how new you'd have to be a level 30 and not know you need to take cover. It was so annoying, because again, see if the 2 of them had just taken some cover, would have been fine. But you could tell that they were trying too hard, and they weren't very good, or their level wasn't high enough yet, because every time they died we had to check, and me and Brian had killed like 20 each, and they'd killed like 2 between them.
Yeah.
I think I was double what Brian had, because he was going for the slightly harder to hit targets, and I was just hitting everything with my MG. Because in that game, if something takes a shot, even if it doesn't die, it will usually fall over.
Yeah.
So that's quite good to stop incoming fire.
Yeah.
And he was hitting like the guys on the roof slightly further away. Because it was just more expedient for him to take the 2 or 3 people up there and then reload, while I took the 8 people downstairs and reloaded. So I got more than him. But they were on like there was one point where I got 10, he got 5, and they got 0, and it was just one of them running around like a headless chicken that stopped it. So
breathe, please breathe.
I said it like fuel injection. Anyway, so I
Sounds like me when I'm taking my inhaler. No, it's not one of those. It's not one of those. We've been through this. That's not the kind of inhaler I have.
kind of inhaler that makes a child look like they want a kiss.
Have you not seen that picture on Facebook going around of that cat? That cat coughing, and it's like this. It's like, why do all children cough like this?
No, they stick the tongue out and go.
That's what I'm saying. They're like.
Brian decided, and I agree with him, that was the last time we can try, because it's becoming clear that the stealth just doesn't work. We get through the front door. Maybe if we're lucky, take out the next overhead sniper guard, and then we're seen.
Yeah.
It's becoming clear that you just can't do it. You need to have a headset. So even if all we had was 3 people, that would reduce the chances of somebody else ruining it. But I think he has properly decided now that for when it comes to the main story and the heist line, we're not going to try that until we've got a team of 4 that we actually can talk to while doing it.
Okay.
So you've been volunteered.
Okay.
And what's a good thing though is that what we did find later on was that the extra little side missions I've told you about,
Yeah.
there's more of them. They've added a big chunk of new missions to do.
Yeah.
So me and Brian are going to do those instead, so that gives us something to do in the meantime.
Cool.
So that led me into a question I wanted to ask you actually. If you were to join in and play with us, would you do that?
Probably. As long as it's understood that no one's allowed to shout at me.
No, they will shout at you.
You will not shout at me.
Yes, we will.
You will not.
Would you not like to know why though?
Okay.
One, if we're in the middle of getting shot at and we need you to do something, we'll shout it to make sure you hear it and to convey a sense of urgency.
As long as everybody understands, people can't shout at me all at once, because that will confuse me and then I'll end up dying.
Well, you have to understand something else in town, but I'll just say this first, right? So we also might shout at you if you have done something wrong, because it's an educational process. That's what you do. If you get something right, we'll say well done. If you got it wrong, we'll tell you got it wrong.
Shout at a child if they've done something wrong.
Yeah, but you're not a child. If you get something wrong, we will tell you off. But if you do something right, we'll tell you did it right.
Fine.
Now, you said loads of people shouting at you
I like people, loads of people giving me loads of information at once. I cannot. My brain will not process that.
Okay, so what we'd just do then is we'd probably just put you under the command of a person.
Probably you
and
then.
And that one person will give you information.
You then.
Right. Can you not? That feels threatening. Can you not do that? Thank you. She's poking me in the spine, so I feel like she's got a gun. So you would play?
Yeah, I probably would.
I just rephrase the question. Have you any interest in playing the single player?
Yeah.
Jeez. Right. I want an actual answer, not just a turbocharged yes. Just join in the conversation.
Yeah, because it sounds like it's going to be a fun game, because obviously the only GTA I've played is that
3. Mm-hmm.
So it'd be interesting to see. Obviously, better graphics. Better. No, it's not graphics. What is that?
Graphics, yeah.
Okay.
But also better gameplay.
Gameplay, yeah.
And I think
cars that don't explode if you sneeze on them.
No, the cars are better, but I genuinely really think that the gameplay mechanics are better for me by far. But I think the story is really interesting.
Okay.
Well. I really do.
Yeah, it sounds like a good time.
This is the first GTA game where you have 3 players, 3 characters, and it's just really good.
So shall we talk about now what we're wanting to do?
That's the question I was going to ask you, right? If you were to join our heist crew,
why are you smiling?
What roles would you want if we were doing certain things?
I think we've talked about this before.
But we've not done it on the...
So I think I would have to play to my strengths at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing would be probably to scout out from far off as far as possible.
Remember though that it's target lock.
What's that again?
If you pull the left trigger to aim, and you're looking roughly in the direction of an enemy, they'll automatically lock to the enemy.
Okay, but I think I'd probably be good. I wouldn't be good in like a full-on attack, I don't think. If it was a situation like, say, the Tom Clancy's The Division 2 where we played, I think I could handle that. But if there's a lot more bad guys on us, I think I would panic a little bit. But maybe it'd be a different situation now, because obviously I've got that experience, and now I'm trying to play through Battlefield 1, which is, again, loads of people shooting at me and me having to make decisions and having to watch my back from all sides.
Yeah, but you haven't played a cover shooter before.
No.
You might actually find that a little bit less stressful.
So I probably have to play it by myself first so I can get a good idea of it, and then...
Well, you mean single player, not by yourself, because like I said, and I don't know if you find this annoying.
Potato!
No, but I want to record you playing it through.
Okay.
Even if we just recorded to begin with to make it easier, just like a... No, we'd have to record the whole thing. You're good enough now. You're easily good. You know what we might do? Play the single player enough to unlock the online, and then let you get experience playing the game's controls online.
Because I'm trying to think that...
But I think you're good enough to play through that game.
I've been trying to think about how to logistically do the recording, and I think I came up with a solution to it, which is we take one of the gameplay footages, and we take your audio recording and my audio recording, and we basically just put them together.
Right, but you can record me and the game at the same time.
Yes, and you can do the same, can't you?
No, I can't record.
I thought you could.
I was streaming, I couldn't record. It doesn't let me record.
Right.
So then if you have a microphone, it will let you record what you're saying over the top.
Yeah. What I'd have to do is I'd have to get like a clip, you can get apps for it, like a clipboard noise, so I can match them up. So I can match up both audios.
Yeah. The only issue
pick me up.
The only issue that we have, because you have a gaming headset, right?
Yeah.
So you'll be able to have the gameplay. You can mute your TV. The only issue we have is if the controller gets picked up with you smashing the buttons.
Oh, that does have to.
But I think that should be fine.
I'll have to do more research into it, I think.
Or we could just do trial and error.
Yeah.
But when GTA 5 offline, what I was thinking was, basically the idea would be shove it on the TV right in front of us. You pop round here. I'll bring my computer, and if you've got a microphone by that point, we can connect it up.
Yeah.
And then it would just be us in the room.
Yeah.
So it would be recording the gameplay footage and audio with us talking over the top. We record the whole thing at once.
Yeah. But hopefully we're going to get stuff like that within the next 6 months. I'm giving us until the end.
6 months? No.
I'm giving us a time frame of that.
No. 1.
1 month.
Yeah. We've got July. Get it organised across July.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And I'm trying to pay you a compliment here. I genuinely think you're good enough now at games where you could start playing GTA 5 and you wouldn't look like a fish out of water.
I still have to buy it though. I don't own the game.
Well, it's worth it if I'm being fair.
Yeah, but I need to...
Yeah, but I was just thinking if there's a way, not necessarily, because Brian has a disc copy. He might allow you to borrow it just to see if you like the game.
Okay, that'd be cool of him.
You'd have to ask him.
Yeah.
Well, ask him.
Brian, may I please borrow the game so I can see if I like it or not?
Right, there we go. So we'll have an answer in about 6 to 8 years. Brian only communicates using carrier pigeon. That would allow you to see, but I genuinely think you're good enough that you wouldn't look like a duck out of water.
Okay.
And also the driving is easier. It's just right trigger and
but there's
stick.
there's one massive thing that we need to talk about. When are you going to play Life is Strange?
Well, when you can get recordings done, or I can, then we can sit in the same room and do it, and that's when I'll do it.
Okay.
Back to what I was saying. So what roles would you like? Because, we play the single player to see what you're good at. And I'm sitting like you're sitting like, but it's not working because I'm too big. So what roles do you think you'd have to get used to it?
No, you need to put
you've not...
bring up one
Hold
knee.
on, just let's focus on the relevant thing here, not where my knees are.
Bring up your knee, and then you lightly put your other leg over your ankle.
So, single player.
Princess it.
I'm princing it, right?
It's basically you sit like a princess, like Princess Diaries. You sit on the chair, and then basically it looks like you've just slid off the chair.
Hello, my name is Squiggly Line. I'm formerly known as Prince. So Single player.
I just got that.
Single player is I think it'd be really good for you because you've never played a cover shooter, so you need to get used to the mechanics. I also don't think you've had a proper driving game because the last one was GTA 3, which this one is vast improvement. So I really think you do need to have that experience before you can answer the question completely. But I think you can give me a rough idea. So you think sniping, but I've pointed out that there's target lock.
Yeah.
So you'd be like behind...
I could be scouting out.
Right, okay. I'm not sure how necessarily that.
Well, I don't know what
is.
I don't really know.
Because a lot of the enemies will appear on the minimap.
I will be the decoy. I can be a decoy.
The decoy wouldn't work necessarily for you because. Oh no, it would. Do you know, we'd have to team you up with someone else because, like I said, you've not got a lot of experience. I don't think you look like a fish out of water, but you wouldn't necessarily be very good. And if you suddenly had 40 bad guys shooting at you, you might not.
I'd run away.
Well, that wouldn't work. You'd be immediately killed. So you might want somebody else with you, but me doing it isn't necessarily the best use. Because see, I'm really weird. I have a rocket launcher and an MG, but I have the highest stealth skill.
That does not surprise me.
That doesn't make any sense.
It does not surprise me in the slightest.
But yes, because you get 5 or 6 or 7 different. So there's athletics, driving, flying, shooting, stealth, and lung capacity.
Yeah.
So that's sort of the idea. So I'm not asking you
stealth. I think I could be stealth.
Right, so what you need to do for stealth is activate the crouch, which is just left click, and kill people while crouched.
I can do that.
And that puts your stealth skill
I
up.
can do that. That's what I've been doing in Battlefield.
Yeah.
Luring the nice stealth.
Yeah, but I don't think the stealth is actually that stealthy. Stealth is basically it allows you to be undetected, but...
Well, listen, we won't know until I actually play the game.
I'm asking you to actually think about it because so far the two answers you've given me are I can be the decoy and stealthy. So they're kind of contradictory, so...
Well, when in doubt, I can be the decoy.
Right. I
think I could be stealthy.
Okay. So but that's more of a heist thing. I'm talking... What about side missions? The side missions are basically just turn up at a place, kill everyone, steal a car, drive off.
I can do that.
So... What would be your role there? So let's keep it simple. One of the first things you'll do in the game is you will rob a convenience shop, a corner shop.
I think I could get away quite easily and be hidden. Go in, do the thing, and then run away.
So your role would be to do all the parts of the job, right?
I don't know what...
Would you like a getaway driver?
While somebody's holding them up, I could do everything else. I could, empty the till. No,
they empty the till. You point the gun at the shop owner and they empty it for you.
I think I could be threatening. I could have a go at that. Could you imagine me
Can
trying
you
to be
pull the left trigger, Abigail? Are you capable of doing that?
Well, I don't understand what the roles are. What are the roles that you can do?
That's what I'm just realising. So you walk in for a convenience shop, you point the gun, the guy puts the money in the bag, hands it across, and if you turn away, sometimes he'll shoot you. So you have to keep the gun on him, right?
Yeah.
Or you can shoot him to be safe, but that gives you more police stars.
Yeah.
3 out of 5 as opposed to 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Then you have to get away. So would you like a getaway driver when you're doing it?
I wouldn't be a good getaway driver.
No, but would you like a getaway driver?
Yes.
Because I have a massive $500,000 bulletproof car.
Didn't know where that sentence was going.
I have a massive bulletproof car. And you could basically just get in the back seat and I can chauffeur you away from the police.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That's what me and Brian did for each other. To help each other rob all the shops, we would drive the other person away when they were doing it.
Okay, that sounds cool.
Yeah. And also, I wouldn't want any of this share. When you do a little thing like that, you can choose to give me some of the money you made.
Yeah.
No point to that. I've got $8.5 million. You're $3,000. You can keep it.
Yeah.
So you'd be able to get help and keep all the money.
Okay, cool.
So what about side missions? That sort of thing where you drive somewhere, you kill everyone, you take something, you drive away, or you kill someone who's driving around, or you have to steal a truck or whatever.
I'd be a terrible lookout. Close range. I could do it from far away, because I could tell you how far away somebody is, but from close range.
That sort of thing doesn't really come up very much, but could you snipe?
Yes. You know I can snipe.
Okay, so that works fine then. So you could be a
It's my
sniper.
favourite thing. It's my favourite thing to do because I feel like I don't have enough. There's not enough. A lot of pressure on me then.
Or if you're sniping in this game, then there's
You
pressure.
ever watch Sword Art Online?
No.
The gunslinger and in the gun series.
No.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that if you're sniping in GTA, there's a lot of pressure. So, you have to cover.
No, I know there's always a lot of pressure, but I feel like
It's not there. Right.
because I'm not as close.
Okay. I think you might feel a wee bit better considering that there is cover and auto lock, but
Yeah.
you'll have to just get into it and see. But yeah, okay, so you can snipe. Okay, so that's not necessarily a great often thing if you're doing a side mission, and it's sort of like prescribed if you do a heist.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we've had a sniper apart from this stealth mission for any of the heists so far.
Mm-hmm.
But you can snipe, and that's good because if you do snipe, then it's either you've got to cover someone or you've got to coordinate good shots.
Yeah.
So if you can do it, that's good.
What I would like to do. Are we finished talking about that now?
No.
Okay.
What about driving? Because there are times when everybody has to.
Better. I think I have to get better. Better. I think I have to get better.
Okay, so if you're driving a fish, we'll be fine. But there are times when everybody has to be driving, and there are times when they don't.
Yeah.
So whenever you don't have to be driving, I take it you would be passenger to someone else.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine because I actually quite enjoy driving in the game. So I've been recently toying with the idea of buying a really amazing APC in the game
Okay.
with 4 seats. Now originally I was going to buy the amphibious one that can drive across water, and it has an anti-aircraft trailer you can attach to the back.
Okay.
So the driver, then you've got the second guy who's on like a machine gun, and then you've got the guys in the back who are on wee grenade launchers, and then
Yeah.
you've got the guy in the trailer, but he's very exposed, and the trailer would possibly come off.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about going with another one where it's a pair of machine guns, the driver, and then the guy in the passenger seat has a grenade launcher.
This sounds super advanced to what I was playing in GTA 3.
Yeah. So what role would you like would you like to drive?
I wouldn't want to be exposed.
Would you like to be a gunner, or would you like to be as secret and hidden in the back as possible?
Secret is hidden in the back as possible.
Yeah, that's fine. Brian would probably go the gunner anyway. Okay, so how about...
It's interesting, you genuinely getting so enthusiastic about this and looking like you just look so excited. You look like you can't wait.
I want a heist crew. I want a proper heist crew. I don't even mind having to restart the heist, although Brian would probably get a bit peeved. But I really wouldn't mind it, because if we could get a couple of hours a week, we would get through this really quick if you were in a crew together.
Yeah.
Because you can tailor your entire character to your role in the heist crew, what you're going to be specifically doing.
Yeah.
So let's say if we were in an aircraft, would you like to pilot the aircraft? Would you like to be the gunner or like a side seat gunner?
I think I'd be good at flying.
You think you'd be okay at flying?
Yeah. Less things to run into.
So is that a helicopter or is that a
Plane.
A plane. What about a helicopter?
I've never driven a helicopter, so I'd have a go
Flown.
at that. Flowing.
Well, the good thing is that you get plenty of chances to experience that in single player before you have to worry about it in multiplayer. What about driving a boat? No.
No.
Okay, that's a bit more difficult because the boat system, like I've told you before, doesn't work very well.
Yeah.
You can't really fight back unless you're just standing on the boat as opposed to actually sitting in it. So the driver has to be really good, but the shooter also has to be very, very good. So it'd probably be better for you is if you took the spare seat
Yeah.
and had somebody else standing up.
I'm just saying,
everyone.
yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, sure.
What kind of weapons would you use other than sniper? Rocket launchers, machine guns?
Not rocket launchers,
pistols?
probably machine guns.
Shotgun?
Yeah, shotgun would be good. I'd like to play also some games that you've been ranting and raving about, that you played when you were younger. That'd be fun.
Such as?
KOTOR and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're going to play that. Yeah, you're just, oh thank God, finally I know what he's going to go on about.
No, I was like, yeah, we've talked about a lot of games. I was like, what games was it again? What games? KOTOR, that's it! All those games you've been talking about. Oh, really? What? It's like when somebody says, "Oh, I've only heard nice things." Oh, really? Like what?
Yeah.
Don't know.
We should play the other GTA games.
I'd like you to watch What Remains of Edith Finch. Because you were talking about that you quite liked the look of that game.
Hmm?
Do you remember what that was about?
No.
Like a woman that goes to her old family house,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like that. It looks crazy, and she's like going through it and trying to find something, and she's like narrating throughout the entire thing. Do you remember that now? It's quite a nice art style to it.
I've seen the occasional bit of it. Yeah, I think it was quite highly rated, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
Everybody was playing it. It was actually a lot of fun just to actually sit back and watch. I don't know how fun it would be to actually play, because it's more like an interactive story, not so much an actual game. It's interesting.
Resident Evil 2 remake.
Don't know what that is. Well, I know what Resident Evil is.
I want to play the remake of that.
Okay.
Because I'm not great. I had Resident Evil 0, and I played about half of it. I think I'd like to try that.
Cool.
What was it you were going to bring up when I kept going on about GTA?
Just that I'd like to play some of the games that you
cool.
played when you were a kid.
That's fine. That's cool.
And I want you to play Rugrats Search for Reptar.
Total War games.
Rugrats Search for Reptar.
If you've got...
That was a class game.
What's it about?
The Rugrats are searching for Reptar.
That's it, right, that's it.
No, but it's like you play a story, and at the end of each story, once you've completed it, you get a little jigsaw piece of Reptar, but you need to get all the jigsaw pieces
Right.
to end the game in a fun way.
Toy Story 2 for the PlayStation 1. Harry Potter.
No, I saw you talking. I saw you on Facebook last night. You and Brian were talking about Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the PC version?
PlayStation.
No, but I had a PlayStation version. That segment with Professor Quill was never on it.
That might be a PC version then.
Yeah, because the PlayStation one had the symbols, the square, the triangle.
Yeah, you're right.
This one just had a big circle.
For a mouse.
Yes, that's what made me think of that. And also the actual art style looked completely different.
I stopped playing the games at 3.
I've played the first one, the second one. I played the first one and the second one because they were given to us.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think we bought the first one, but we got a PlayStation years and years after it'd been out, so everything was on sale. It was £2 a game or something like that. And I think we were given Chamber of Secrets. I then bought Deathly Hallows Part 1 for the Nintendo Wii. Not worth it at all, because I hate the Wii. We stopped playing with it because we were like, the only thing that was fun was the thing where you were playing sports and stuff like that. Everything else was rubbish. But those were the only Harry Potter games I ever played.
Total War.
Don't know what that is.
Total War games, the strategy game video I had you watch where the guy was running around with the pikemen of death.
Oh, yeah.
He couldn't do anything for some reason.
Yeah.
We need to play some of those because some of them are amazing.
I also wanted to at some point have a go at the Hunter Baby Challenge in Sims 4.
What's that?
It's where you have a matriarch and they have to give birth to 100 babies.
Oh, 100.
Well, the 100 baby challenge.
Right, sorry, I thought you said the Hunter Baby. Like a tiny wee John Rambo.
No, the 100 baby challenge.
Right, okay.
But there's loads of rules to it. You can't have the same baby with the same guy more than once.
This woman is a freak of nature.
And when your matriarch gets too old, then the youngest daughter then has to take up the mantle of being the next matriarch.
The youngest.
Yeah, so if they're like a toddler, the elder can stay in the house until you age them up.
Right. So it's not the eldest child, it's the youngest child.
The youngest daughter.
Right. So the most recently born daughter, right? Okay, that's a bit strange, but okay.
And you can't age up anybody until they're level 3 in 3 separate things as a toddler. Because in toddler you got skill levels and you have to reach level 3 in 3 separate things, and then you can age them up. And then I think you can age up the children once they're all A students, and then you can age up the teenagers once they're all A students, and as soon as they're adults you can get them out of the house, but you can only have so many people in one household at a time.
Right, okay.
So it's a good challenge. I've been watching somebody else play it, and it's a lot of fun.
Okay, we'll try that. Can we kill some of the children off?
No.
No, when they're adults.
I don't know if that's
Can we
a
do
rule.
that?
No, kill other people off, but not them.
Right, can we marry them off and kill their husbands and wives?
If you want.
Okay, that's cool. We can stab them, shoot them,
I don't think you can do that to
Electrocute them.
Sims.
drown them.
But that's the kind of things that I'm hoping that we can do, like in the near future. Now that I've got a PC, a proper PC, and
Stronghold.
yeah.
Should play Stronghold.
Okay.
It's a good one too.
Is there anything you want to talk about, Tips? I think we were going to run over.
I want to talk about Halo because I want to try and play some of the Halo games with a big crew, right?
Yeah.
Proper. Some of them are only 2-player, but some are 4.
Yeah.
And I'd like to have a proper crew and play some Halo.
Okay.
So I've asked this, but what would your role be?
Not driving the warthog.
Okay, so
I'll do anything else apart
would you
from
be
that.
the passenger or the gunner? Remember, see when I'm asking you these questions, I'm not asking what you would be best at. I'm asking whether or not. So
Passenger.
because you're not great on the gun either, so
Yeah.
that gives somebody else a chance to be
Yeah.
better. See, that's what I'm asking. Yeah, that's a good one. So you'd want to have a sniper rifle
Yeah.
and a shotgun.
Yeah.
So you'd probably be Hills's backup.
Yeah.
If it was Hills, or you would probably take his role if. Yeah, Hills' backup is sort of like, he doesn't even need to be part of the team if he doesn't want to be. It's only 4 people, so it would depend who we got. But a sniper rifle and shotgun is exactly what he would go for. That's what he would take.
Oh, cool.
Um,
Not met Hills, have I? No, I've just met
it's just
James.
James me and James would probably take the same set as well if there wasn't anything else, but I think we'd be more likely to try something else.
You prefer the alien weapons, don't you?
No.
That's what I always thought.
No, I'm just trying to get you to use them.
Because last time we played it, last time we did a versus match, I was using the alien weapons.
Yeah.
I was getting good at them,
You're
yeah.
getting good. I think.
Are you proud of me?
Yes, well done.
Thank you.
I think that if it was up to me, I'd probably take rockets and shotgun.
Yeah, you're really good with the rocket.
Because if you get a team together, you can coordinate properly. Like, here, you take this gun, I'll take this gun, that sort of thing, you know?
Nice.
Samuel, I think he's very much just a case of use whatever he has on him.
Yeah.
If it's a plasma pistol, he'd complain, but, whatever. Brian would just use whatever he had on him and not realise it wasn't any good because he's not played them all. Or he's not played a lot of them.
Yeah. Well, I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to like other games that we can play. Now my skill level has increased a bit.
Yes.
As we were talking about yesterday, I wanted to talk about something today, but I couldn't because I thought it was near the end of a game, and it turns out I'm not.
You're not.
I'm nowhere near the end of it.
What have you enjoyed playing the past?
Halo.
year?
I've really enjoyed playing Halo. Like I genuinely, because we talked about this before. I never thought I'd actually like it,
Good.
and then it turns out I really do. And now you're trying with me in the versus matches, which is good.
Custom multiplayer. Yeah.
Custom, yeah.
Yeah, well, I have to now because you're getting good enough for me to have to try.
Yay.
Because I think I really went full out, and I think it was like 15-4 or something like that.
Yeah. And I have been trying to curb my sweariness whenever we play.
That's what I was going to talk to you about. I just remembered when it came to it, like if we were in a heist crew or a Destiny raid, I'd love to try Destiny raids, but I'd have to get 6 people.
Yeah.
And they'd all have to have the same console and games and stuff. But
yeah.
you would have to be a bit less, oh no, I died, because that's really tedious if somebody dies like 30 times in a game. But also you'd have to be a little less angry.
Yeah.
And if somebody does start screaming and shouting and you die because of it, just at the end say, look, I'm sorry, I panicked when you started screaming and shouting there and I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
With that in mind, so if we're doing Destiny raids or GTA heists or something like that,
Yeah.
would it be better, do you think, for you to have... And obviously some people will have to talk to you directly anyway.
Mhm.
But would it be better for you to have like a squad leader who could tell you, who is specifically talking to you?
Yeah.
So obviously there's going to be instances where somebody shouts, I need help, or all that sort of jazz.
Yeah.
But if you need to be told exactly what to do, it'd be better if even if somebody else told me what what you were doing, I could then tell you. And that seems a bit unnecessary. No. So one person at a time, unless it's an emergency, basically.
Yeah, because genuinely, I have trouble processing a lot of information at once.
Well, if it's an emergency and if you're the healer and two people shout for help.
Yeah, that's gonna
that's
happen.
not necessarily. That's not really the way it works in any of those games. That would probably be more like the Old Republic or Elder Scrolls Online if you needed a healer.
Yeah.
But if you need covering fire, you're going to shout for it, and if you're the one providing cover, then you're going to have two people asking you for help at the same time.
Yeah. Okay.
So...
I can understand that in that situation, but I don't know. I won't know until it actually happens.
Yeah, that's why I'm not that worried about it, because I think you'll be fine.
Okay.
You'd obviously need help for something like GTA, picking your loadout. Because if you're providing covering fire, you're going to want like an MG or something with a lot of ammo.
Yeah.
Because I bought a special carbine. Not a special carbine, but a carbine that I made special by attaching a 100 round drum roll to the bottom.
Yeah.
So you only have to reload after 100 rounds, so that would probably be a good thing for you if you were doing something like that. So you would like some advice with that sort of stuff, like what car to buy.
Yeah.
What car to buy, what weapons to use, that sort of thing. I don't think you'd need one special person repeating orders. I think you'd be able to get it from anyone.
Well, we won't know until we actually do it.
Well, but what about in Destiny? You wouldn't want... In Destiny, sometimes you have to split into teams. And sometimes it's better to have somebody in charge of the whole unit of 6 or subgroups of 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Would you ever like to be in charge?
No.
Okay. So you'd rather be part of... Right,
Simple as no.
Would you rather... Sometimes there are points where you're not doing any fighting because you're stuck doing platforming. Would you rather be doing the platforming or the fighting?
What's platforming?
It was a Taken King raid I'm thinking of, where you've got to jump around these things while other people fight.
Yeah.
If you screw up the platforming, the whole thing goes kaputting. You have to restart that particular little battle again.
Right.
So there's extra pressure on it, but you're not fighting. I think you'd be fine shooting.
Yeah.
But if possible, and if it turns out you're good at it, if there's a spare support role, give you that, and then you can run around and help people.
Yeah, sure, that sounds like okay. I think I could do that. Will we end it there today?
Yeah, I have one last question if that's okay.
Yep.
GTA 5 Online. Would you join in if there was only 3 of us, or would you wait until we had 4?
I'd join in with you if there's 3.
And that way you can level up a bit.
Yeah. So shall we say farewell to everybody now?
Yes, we shall now to say bye-bye.
So if you enjoyed this, if you'd like to like this video and subscribe to our channel and hit that little notification bell for when we upload a video, that would be fantastic. If you'd like to leave a little comment below, please, please leave a comment. You can follow us on Facebook at overshadow.shadowcast, and you can email us at overshadow.shadowcast@gmail.com if you'd want private messages sent to us.
Yeah.
Yep, and all that information is going to be left in the description box down below. So all that's left for us to do is say goodbye, and we hope you enjoyed this little non-musical bit.
Yeah, it was just let's have a conversation about games.
Yeah.
I
think this probably would have been more lively if either of us had actually slept.
No, but it was also the fact that I realised when I was saying that Hills plays this way, Samuel plays that way, Brian plays this way, that I'm really actually just talking to the people who are going to be listening. Because if you're not basically Brian, James, you, me, or my mum, then you don't know who any of these people are. But yeah, I like the ideas you had about playing some games coming up.
Yeah. Well, we hope you enjoyed today, everybody, so I'll say bye.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. See ya.
Bye-bye.